Another question that just came up from Cece is, how would one structure a membership or smaller packages? So a membership, so typically a membership is when you're giving content, but there's no real coaching involved. There's not really much of your time involved. So a membership model is going to be, you might release once a week, you might have new content that comes out. Once a month, you might have content that comes out. And they can be structured in different ways. More commonly, membership programs are like $37 a month, $49 a month, $19 a month. They're kind of a lower end because with the membership you're getting the masses in at a lower rate, but there's no involvement with you. You might pop into a Facebook group and do a Facebook Live here and there, answer some questions here and there, but not much beyond that. There's also some high end. You might pay $19.97 for a year, and you're going to get content once a month. So there's different ways to structure membership models. But the smaller packages, the entry level package, really doesn't involve you. When you start involving yourself, that's when your pricing had better go up. Right? Sherry asked the question, do you schedule all your clients around the same 3 weeks so you have 1 week without coaching? Well, Sherry, I'm a control enthusiast. So when I worked with my clients, absolutely yes. I did my absolute best to have all my clients in the first 3 weeks of the month, and then I had the last week off, and it worked really well. And then here's what happened. In that last week, I could build in a vacation. If my husband and I wanted to go travel, that was the ideal time to do it. If I just needed to focus on like a marketing project, I had that week built in where I didn't have any clients, I didn't have anything else going on. I could get really into creation mode and create content and stuff like that. So it was built in so that I could really work on my business or take off from my business. So absolutely, I did my best. Now, I was always flexible with my clients. And so there was something, you know, an emergency might come up, a sick kid went to the hospital and they couldn't meet you that week for whatever reason, fine. So you bank that session and you do your best to schedule it as soon as you can. On a rare occasion, I might have rescheduled one of the sessions into that fourth week that I take off, but rarely. Usually I would kind of tack it on to the end, or they might have 2 sessions in 1 week, or I might make 1 session extra long or something like that. So I was flexible in how I did that. But I was very successful in 3 weeks on, 1 week off, and then I had flexibility to do that. And then the next evolution that my business took is I started taking off Mondays and Fridays of every week. And so it was a natural progression to help me still work with a lot of clients, but have the freedom of my time. I loved it. Let's see, Wendy. Wendy says, thanks for your help today. Francine, I'm sometimes in the running for a class within a recovery program, perhaps a 3 to 4 hour session once a week for 4 to 6 weeks for up to 25 people. I'd like to offer this service by asking perhaps $75 per client per session. Would I potentially offer the whole package to each of the members of the class? Yes, you would not ever price it at $75 per person per session. Francine, you better not do that. I'll come and hunt you down. Let me just kind of go back here. And Francine, I don't know if she had to pop off the line. Nope, you're here. I'm going to unmute you, Francine. Are you there?
Hello. Hello.
Yep.
How are you?
Hey there. So we've got like 30 seconds, so we're going to be super quick. But you are running a class within a recovery program. You're doing 3 to 4 hour sessions once a week for 4 to 6 weeks. So the 3 to 4 hour session, number one, that's the first red flag. Why are you offering a 4 hour session? And you're having a whole group in there for 4 hours, right?
With breaks, but there's a lot of content, and it takes about 16 to 20 hours to get the content and the time for people to do some of the homework in class across in order to do the walkabouts.
All right, so we're just going to assume that that structure works and trust that you've got that going. But yeah, I would price that as here's a here's a 4-week program, or here's a 6-week program. Here's what you've already talked about the benefits. Now, you say the benefit is lifelong living wage employability tools. That does not mean.
Oh, I understand it. It's more the jargon of the recovery world, but
okay, so they know what that means.
Yeah.
Okay,
that's all. We're actually buying it, where the actual managers of the programs.
Okay, and so then you might even tack on lifelong living wage employability tools, so they can. And then just put another phrase at the end of that just to help solidify that and bring it home, right? And so, you know, if that's if they're able to be employed and they're able to make a living, like, you're going to price this package, and here's what it's going to take to hire me.
And I'll price it for the whole group, and they get all the tools in terms of the portals and all of that at the same time.
Yep.
Okay.
So going to put it in that package. So work with your coach, like draft that out, go onto the bootcamp portal, share that package with the coach, try it on and see how that works, because you're really shifting your mindset from not just per session, but per session per person. Like, you're dialing it down even more. So practice it and try it on with your bootcamp coach, and let's get this switched over for sure.
Thank you. I wasn't planning to state it to them as 75% people, $75 per person per session. I was just getting a ballpark figure in my head as something that might work. And
so now, like, calculate it out and see what that and see where that package price ends up being at.
Thank you so much, Melinda.